Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is July 24th, 2025, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. We'll start today with the Bank of England, which is likely rethinking CBDC. Specifically, the Bank of England is reconsidering its plan for a consumer-focused digital pound amid growing skepticism about the need and benefits of such a product, according to Bloomberg sources familiar with the matter. And that's the last major thing we know about the Bank of England's CBDC. Moving on from the Bank of England, we'll go straight to some of our ETFs, starting with the Bitcoin ETF, which for the second day and on the 22nd of the month saw $68 million worth of outflows because for the second day, BlackRock made no absolute moves in its ETF. On the 23rd of the month, without knowing what BlackRock has done, we are already at negative $228 million. But beyond the moves, or lack thereof, made by BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, what is seeing a very big boom for another day is BlackRock's spot Ethereum ETF, which on the 22nd of the month saw inflows of $426 million and closed the day at $533 million. And thanks to these inflows, we are closing with 13 consecutive days of inflows for the spot Ethereum ETF. And in 13 days, $4 billion worth of Ethereum was bought. And another person who is buying Ethereum is Mr. Trump, and specifically World Liberty Finance, which is Mr. Trump's DeFi. We learned that he bought 3,400 Ethereum for $13 million. And to wrap up our ETF news, we're going to go to something that doesn't make much sense. We go to the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC itself, where we learned that it gave approval for the Bitwise ETF. But shortly after giving that approval, it withdrew it. The reason is not clear, and we're just waiting for the actual approval from the stock exchange. Moving on to other companies that continue to buy Bitcoin, we go to Kitabo, listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange, which plans to buy Bitcoin for its portfolio worth $5.4 million. And from another company in Tokyo, we go directly to Mara, one of the largest Bitcoin miners we have. We can say that it has revealed a plan to raise $850 million to buy more Bitcoin. Due to all this news, its share has already decreased by 11%. And from the Bitcoin markets, we go to the Litecoin markets, where there is a pharmaceutical company that is thinking of investing significantly there. Specifically MEI Pharma, an established pharmaceutical company. We learned that it has invested $100 million in Litecoin. In addition, this company has added the founder of the Litecoin Foundation to its board of directors, so it is investing heavily in Litecoin. Moving on to our general company news, we go to Block, which, as we knew from Crypto News 2 to 3 days ago, was expected to enter the S&P 500. In the end, it entered normally, and its share increased by just 15% from this event. Moving on now to tokenization, we go to Goldman Sachs, which has partnered with BNY to offer tokenization through a new product for its institutional clients. What they created will allow institutions to access a tokenized money market fund with 24/7 settlement capability via a private blockchain, specifically Goldman Sachs's private one. Moving on to some cryptocurrency companies, we will mention again World Liberty Finance, which is working with Volta and bought their currency. So World Liberty Finance has partnered with Volta to accelerate Web3 banking in the United States. As part of this partnership, World Liberty purchased Volta's Alpha token and purchased $6 million in May, while Volta will integrate the $1 stablecoin into its Web3 banking solutions. Let's say EOS is the currency you see on your screen, which has been renamed and transformed into Volta, which World Liberty Finance also bought. And we, for the last part of our day, will look at the news of XRP, which shows us that it is doing very well in tokenization. Specifically, Vert, a Brazilian securitization and asset management company, said on Wednesday that it has launched a blockchain-based platform for managing private credit transactions on the XRP ledger XRP and its Ethereum-compatible sidechain, bringing more tokenized real-world assets to the ecosystem. The platform's first transaction was the issuance of a $130 million agricultural receivables certificate, a regulated instrument used to finance agricultural production, which obviously, because it went through the blockchain, became tokenized, so XRP has expanded very well in this sector. And we, to close today's episode, will look at Bitcoin, which is currently at $119,000. That wraps up the top news for crypto today is July 24th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.